Anybody home? Oh, I see someone. I see you.
Welcome to what we call Essential Island, friend, where it's only essential not to get stuck here, like the rest of us.
Yeah, I can leave anytime I want.
My goods are hand-picked and freshly delivered. Sort of.
How did you end up as Quartermaster?
Came out here as part of the East Empire Company's latest operation. They're hell-bent on turning this place into a spa, would you believe? Anyway, I'm becoming kind of a big deal in the company back on the mainland, so I found myself put in charge of vital supplies. The sooner they're finished building, the sooner I can get off this set of rocks.
What do you think about the plans for the spa?
I think it'd be great if any of these numbskulls had the get up and go to get up and get it done. I've met more dynamic skeevers.
Alright, she knows what's up.
They don't seem to care how long it takes, as long as they're getting fed, even if they do complain about my meals. If it does ever get finished, it'll either be a valuable asset for the company's tourism plans,
Oh, who's pushing me?
or a great new place
that?
to wash uniforms.
Oh, new friend, who dis?
I'd better get a free pass for a hot soak when it opens, after all my hard work. That's for sure.
One note before I continue, I'm not going to talk about microphone quality from now on. This is going to be the last time I talk about microphone quality. From here on out, I'm more so going to focus on the acting quality, and what I will say is that so far, acting quality has been really, really good. Microphone quality isn't perfect for everyone, isn't necessarily great for everyone, but given that this is a test, given that I think this is more so about, like, seeing what each department is capable of, what the acting department is capable of, the writing team is capable of, and so on, I think the actors have nailed it. So, focusing more so on the acting rather than the mic quality, since that's something that can be improved upon later.
That's right. And don't forget it either. I'm Elethe. Everything these grunts need is right here in my storehouse. This is the finest stockpile of goods on the Isles. Without me, there'd be some pretty hungry islanders around here.
Sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Of course. Not everyone could handle it. Fortunately, I'm not everyone. These people have no idea what I do for them on a daily basis. Sourcing stock, preparing rations, and cooking delicious yet nutritionally questionable meals. It's all in a day's work. Still, they find things to complain about. Ingrates.
Nutritionally questionable?
Well, according to these worldly wayfarers, my provisions could do with some more exotic flavours. I think they think this is some kind of fancy tavern, not a working settlement. They ask me constantly to include some unheard-of delicacies called vegetables. It's nonsensical. They should be glad they're getting any food at all, if you ask me.
Listen, just give me meat. Just give me a plate of meat and I'll be fine. What's your beef with vegetables?
I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever language that is, so I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Hey, bread's a vegetable, right? I won't press you on it. No. Are you sure? Oh, this is because of the whole leek thing. Because you wouldn't give him his leeks.
Look, these imaginary foodstuffs are the bane of my existence. Labourers wailing about needing carrots this and cabbages that.
Cabbages.
Look, their bowel habits just aren't my problem. A meat and cheese diet never did me any harm.
Are you me?
My guts are like an iron vice.
I think she is
They
me.
never give up that easily. These workers could learn a thing or two from them.
Does anyone else help you out around here?
I'm obviously the one in charge around here, but I live with Elethe. She's the only other islander worth talking to, really. Ellie isn't much of a cook, but she's a brilliant scholar. Plus, she just loves my tasty treats. I always save the good stuff for her.
Are you allowed to do that?
Allowed? Friend, I make the rules here when it comes to supplies. Be careful you don't talk yourself out of my good books now.
Do you have any special items like those sweet treats?
Maybe, maybe not. That's for me to know, and only a select few to find out.
Can I become one of those select few?
Time will tell, dear. I suppose actions speak louder than words.
What if I burn down all the vegetables on the island?
Make sure you do something productive today.
I've introduced myself. Does that count? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh god, where's your girlfriend? She's probably not your girlfriend, but... You know, you prefer her over everyone else right now.
A new face! I have standards. It is in your best interest to live up to them.
Who are you?
What kind of question is that? Is your eyesight well, or do you need me to describe myself? After all, it is not hard to notice someone superior.
Yep, that's a high elf. So what brought you here? Change the subject a little bit.
I was sent by the College of the Sapiarchs with a group of students in order to explore the Isles and gather important information.
Such as?
Unfortunately, my pupils decided to take the earliest ship back to Alinor after arriving here. Seems like they got overwhelmed, which I am not surprised about. It takes a special kind of mind to be receptive to grand knowledge.
What knowledge is there here? I assume you live with the Quartermaster?
Isolota? Yes. She took me in when I arrived from Alinor. She's a hard-working woman. I respect that. I am not going to lie, though. She struggles to understand that one cannot run on meat alone.
Okay, I was gonna say, the high elf
Which would be
not eating
baffling
vegetables?
to anyone who has at least some understanding of the importance of nutrition.
What do you mean by that?
She strictly eats only meat.
Also cheese.
It is almost as if she does not know what vegetables are. She even stutters when she tries to pronounce the word.
Yeah, vegetables.
However, her treats are undeniably delicious. Right, yes.
Oh, and they were roommates. I heard you talk about some students.
Yes. My skittish pupils. They left just a couple of days into the excursion. This won't do. I won't allow the Sapiarchs to stoop to a level comparable with your magical institutions created by the mannish races.
Oh.
But as long as we are more prestigious as that filthy College of Winterhold, everything is right in the world.
Hey, I'm the archmage of that place.
I suppose they had better things to do, like getting drunk on ale, or taking moon sugar, or whatever young ones do these days.
We still drink ale, I'll give you that. Why do you think they're getting drunk?
Well, is that not what the new generation is thinking about all day? It feels like all I see in Alinor these days are young addicts.
Okay, that's Alinor, not Skyrim.
It is honestly disappointing, losing themselves like this. The entire world beyond their comprehension, and they prefer to dumb themselves down like this. I cannot disapprove of it enough.
Tell me about the College of Sapiarchs.
It is home to us Sapiarchs. It is a sagely order considered by many to be Alinor's foremost scholars and finest magical minds. Alongside the Sapiarchs, we are an ancient order that, on a daily basis, deals with matters more important than anything you could hope to see. Even the oh-so-powerful mages of the mainland, like Shalendor, would be nothing more than a mere novice compared to a Sapiarch.
Wasn't Shalidor inducted into the Sigic Order, or am I thinking of someone else? No, wait, no, it wasn't Shalidor, it was the other dude. Does that mean you're a mage?
I am more than a mere mage. I am a leading researcher and associate of the Sapiarchs.
Sapiarchs.
And if you must know, I have direct contacts to the judiciary. Simply casting spells could make you a mage. I am way above that.
Listen, just casting spells is enough to make you archmage nowadays. If you're so important to them, then why are you here and not on Alinor?
Excuse me? Look around you! This place is a gold mine for minds like me. Tons of knowledge to be discovered.
Like what?
The college sent me here because I'm the only one who can reliably conduct all of the research. I will not take such insults from you.
For anyone that ever watched Lost, you know how in the end one of the big things is like, oh, they were brought here because they were candidates to lead the island. I think everyone on this island was brought here because they were a candidate to be the biggest idiot.
They all leave when there is so much to learn. But what else can you expect?
Right now, anti-vegetable lady's probably my favorite. I'm just looking to see, because I wasn't sure if there was going to be anything
What
unique.
is it?
Oh, I could steal from her chest. Maybe later. Maybe another time. So I'm going to assume that I can use these different boats to get to the different islands. That would make sense to me. Yeah, to Chili Camp and to Hearthy Huts. I had a slight dyslexic moment and read that as Hearthy Nuts. I'm not actually dyslexic, I'm illiterate. Let's go to Chili Camp first. Okay, so this is the settlement that I had seen on the next page, on the mod page, and I love the architecture for this. I really, really love the way that they used the shipwrecks as kind of like the back for these buildings.
Welcome, friend, welcome. This one offers the finest arms and armor on the Harthstone Isles.
You don't say, huh? Oh, that wasn't you who said that. Whoops. It was you, I'm sorry.
Joshua Hammersteel at your service. This one handles the weapons, armors, and anything else that shines or kills.
Good Khajiit voice acting. Tell me about the project that you're part of.
What can Khajiit tell you more about?
How did you end up here on the Isles?
Joshua was hired, of course. The company noticed Khajiit's skills with the forge and had to bring him along. This one is not called Hammersteel for nothing.
What can you tell me about the Hearthstone Isles?
It's cold, friend, too cold. The wind bites like fangs and the sand chills this one's feet. Khajiit means to say that it is cold, but the adventure of the Isles is far more valuable to him.
Of course, yeah.
Besides, the forge keeps Joshua warm on cold days. In fact, he spends so much time working it, it's hard to feel cold.
What do you think about the East Empire Company?
They know skill when they see it, friend, and they pay quite well for good work. Joshua knows.
What is there to do around here?
You are an adventurer, yes? Explore, find treasure, get rich. Khajiit is sure there are few unexplored ruins around. And if you find anything interesting, don't forget to show your good friend, Joshua.
I like Joshua. Joshua's the most normal person. It's a compliment right now. Let's talk about something else.
Let Joshua know if there is anything else he can share.
I'm wondering what he'll say about repairing my gear, because, you know, there's no repair in Skyrim to begin with.
Of course, my friend, that is Khajiit's job here. Smithing, repairing, and such. Ah, but this one sees nothing wrong with your equipment. Well, other than that, it was not made by one as skilled as Joshua.
He's a good salesman.
But he would have to melt it down to make it worthy of this one's name. And that would take far too long, yes? You must be very busy. with things like adventuring. Yes, adventuring. Exploring the Isles. Yes, you must return to your important work. Khajiit will work the forge while you're gone.
I want to see what he has for sale. What can you tell me about yourself?
You wish to learn more about Khajiit? He's flattered, friend. This one lived in Aniquina for many years, practicing his trade. That is where he earned the name Hammersteel, you see. Jasha was bored, though, working the same metal each day, so when the East Empire Company invited him on this expedition, he agreed.
Hammersteel is a little bit of an unusual name.
Yes, very unusual. But no one in Aniquina could doubt this one's skill, and neither can the East Empire Company. Khajiit's fur was once white as desert sand, you know, but it turned grey from his years working the forge.
Well, why did you leave Aniquina?
Jasha misses Aniquina, of course, but the call of adventure was a far stronger pull. Even if it was for such a cold place. Ah, but this is why Khajiit has fur, yes? The others must be jealous. Not too jealous, this one hopes.
I hope not. Because as it is, I remember what happened when a certain Khajiit got a little too jealous of another Khajiit in the Vigilant mod. Is that the only reason?
My friend, are you suggesting Jasha would lie to one as trusted as you?
Well, now that you mention it.
He supposes that the Talmar did make things easier to live in truth. But that was the only other reason, Jasha assures you.
We're friends then, don't worry. What do you have for sale?
Only the finest arms and armor, as they say.
I have heard them say that before, too. You did go to proper, smithing school, it would seem. I just wanted to take a look. I didn't think there would be anything new. I didn't really expect them to have new weapons and armor for the mod, but I was just curious. I just wanted to see what he had. Having a basic stock, having a standard stock,
Feel
is
free to
more than
bring your own
acceptable
goods
here.
next time, for melting down into something far better, of course.
Of course, yes. So we have
Welcome
the
back,
general
friend.
goods stores.
Let Jasha know if you need
Yeah,
your shield
Vel's
polished.
valuables. I believe this is the one that we were told about who can give me the cold potions, the cold medicine.
I was about to go on break, but if a brave adventurer needs a wooden bucket, who am I to deny them?
The first thing I just want to say, it's not the first thing, I've been here for almost an hour now. Hestra's Nest definitely felt like a proof of concept, and while I know this is a proof of concept too, this feels much more polished. I was already impressed with Hestra's Nest as a test, as kind of a, you know, quote-unquote term paper for the Arcane University. This has been pretty impressive so far. This has been really, really cool. You have
Whatever brings people
A
to this
unique
frozen
amulet?
rock escapes me. You do know there are places out there that hold a modicum of interest?
It's not stealing. Lucius is no. I'll talk to you first before I take stuff off your desk.
Vel Halado, at your service.
What brings a dark elf to these isles?
I've been indebted with the East Empire Company for some time, ever since they saved my hide on Solstheim. Now I manage the storeroom and provide whatever wares the workers need. At least, I provide what I can. I've placed order after order with the company for more interesting supplies. Do they seriously expect people to sail for days just for a fancy bath?
You'd be surprised. Well, I sailed here for the spa. It is rather bleak.
I wish the company shared your sentiment. But for now it seems I'll be stuck with what I have. At least until Lucius makes something interesting. Or Jasha magically learns to forge.
Oh, he's not good, is he? Well, that's unfortunate. So tell me, friend, how did you become indebted to the East Empire Company?
Well, I was living in Solstheim after being exiled for an disagreement with House Redoran. My family decided it would be best to avoid conflict and send me away. However, after Redoran came into possession of the island and fled there, they found me and I was imprisoned. Luckily, I had made friends with the East Empire Company before Redoran arrived, and they brokered a deal on my behalf. Now I'm an employee sent to backwaters like this to manage supplies. The men who were banished with me weren't quite as fortunate.
Must have hurt for your family to send you away.
At first, I hated them for not fighting back, but in time, I grew to understand their decision. Honestly, I would have done the same thing in their position.
What exactly did you do to anger House Redoran?
I was in charge of managing guar caravans out of Balmora, and in order to get around certain taxes or bans on imports, I would organize bribes.
Ah.
When my business expanded toward ruin, I learned the hard way that Redoran honor guards don't bribe very easily.
Nope. What happened to the men you were banished with? Or who were banished with you?
Still on Solstheim, I imagine. I know a few became reavers and bandits when Redoran tried to seize them. You sure ask a lot of questions. You aren't a Redoran mercenary, are you?
No, I'm just kinda nosy.
You could be using your time getting out of these isles instead of talking to me, you know?
Hey, I haven't done the quests yet. I know he doesn't like it out here. What do you think of Lucius?
Odd fellow to be certain, but he has a passion that I can respect. If we can find some way to make this ice distilling process work, it could mean great things for both of us.
Ice distilling? What are you talking about?
I'm not exactly sure. You should ask Lucius for more details on that.
I'm just imagining how, they have the really, really nice, like, distilled vodka from, like, the icebergs and, the water from Iceland. And I'm just imagining them making some sort of, like, play on that. Alright, maybe I'll talk to Lucius myself.
Good luck with that. I'm sure he'd love your interruptions.
What do you think about Joshua?
As if I didn't have enough problems already. The company sends a thieving Khajiit to bunk with me.
Oh?
I already have people looking for me. I don't need to be dragged into his mess, too.
Thieving? I thought he was a blacksmith.
You must not have spoken with him yet. If you get him going for long enough, he always has to brag about his days in Anakina. What kind of man steals from hard-working merchants, I ask you?
I thought the Thalmor hated him. Damn. Well, what have you got for sale? I said earlier that I didn't think there were new weapons or armor. There's literally new swords and shields back there.
I didn't think an adventurer would be interested in this junk.
Okay, I love junk. I'll have you know. Okay, so nothing in his inventory. Maybe I can just take it off the wall.
I am not made for the cold.
To Joshua and Vel, one of you might have stolen or misplaced something of mine. Now I'm not accusing either of you, but you're the only people who could have done something like this. Please return what is mine from the list below. 5 tongs, 3 spigots, 2 soul gems, 1 chunk of stalrim. Please return them immediately to my quarters or by handing them directly to me. Oh, there we go. Alright. I was gonna say, watch that be one of the quests.
Vel Hoado, at your service.
I'll talk to you in a moment. That's mine now. That's mine. This is mine. This is mine. If it's not nailed down, I'm gonna take it. It's the first rule you're gonna learn with me.
How'd you end up here? Adventurer, company, or mistake?
Welcome back, friend. Let Joshua know if you need your shield polished.
Joshua, not right now. I'll talk to you soon. What brought you to the Isles?
What do you think? My broad knowledge in the fields that many consider insufficient make me one of the most valuable parts of the crew. My ability to categorize and memorize things like the average Argonian's teeth to how many types of Khajiit and any good cuts of meat. I know a multitude of meaningful material depending on the appropriate subject from the knowledge of those past and those of the now.
You what now?
I am Lucius Caecilius Augustus, with the knowledge invested from the expansive fronts created by forerunners of their crafts. For I have read through modern tomes and volumes
Joshua,
of
not
the
now.
past that have granted me the knowledge of their authors. Thus I have become one with knowledge.
You became one with knowledge? That sounds a little ominous.
Yes, I have inquired about anything that catches a capable, calculating and clever charmer of the ancient earths. Since time immemorial, the will of the alchemist has changed not just the basics of medicine, but instead the will of nature. Anyways, this is one of the worst places for any scholar due to its position where it's too crowded for peace and too isolated for new literature. Not to mention that the constant ice and frost ensures that my alchemical wonders are met with constant hardships.
Alchemical wonders? What wonders could you be brewing up? Oh, he makes the cold medicine. Yeah, he's the one.
Know if you need your shield polished.
That's an illusioner's secret, isn't it?
It'd be an alchemist's secret.
A wonder must be hidden, because if every alchemist knew about what I am making, it would break my mythos. This mythos will be my legacy beyond my disappearance into Aetherius, led by Arcane. To have a legacy is to have a second life that is uncontrolled by Arcane and Menimarco both.
Is Vel your housemate?
The Dunmer? He's a fine man once you get to meet him or help him in any way you can. Can't say much about him though.
Welcome back, friend. Let
He
Joshua
may
know
be
if you need your
less
shield
than
polished.
palatable to outside wanderers and nomadic travelers from afar. Oh, and one more thing. Keep your weapon sheathed and seen. He isn't particularly fond of surprises and the like.
Yeah? He seems to think the others believe you're dead weight. He's not fond of surprises? Who doesn't love a good surprise?
Surprises are horrifying to the average businessman like him. They can be his shipments getting lost by Kitterid's anger, or he meets his end by an angry bandit. Merchants never liked the hands of Sai and other mechanisms
Welcome
of
back,
fate.
friend. Let Joshua know
Nevertheless,
if you
he
need your
has his
shield polished.
secrets that seem like an expression of speech used by dubious authors.
What do you think of Joshua?
The Khajiit? He seems trustworthy enough, as long as you don't expect the world from them, or something might happen. That's the last time I asked for a new set of calipers from someone for free.
Calipers? Well, Vel thinks he's a thief.
Vel is a very paranoid merchant. To him, everyone is after him to get a cut of his riches. I personally find their quarrels about Khajiit and Dunmer nature
Welcome back, friend.
amusing.
Let Joshua know if you need your
They
shield
speak as
polished.
if they are the ultimate authority on their cultures. I don't care what they do, but both are hilarious when near each other.
Duly noted. I can't buy from him, though.
Well, off you go then.
Oh. And Vel has a basement, too. I don't want to go down there yet, but I have a feeling that maybe the stolen goods are down there. Assuming that Vel is the thief. Which I could see, because that would be why he's accusing Joshua to throw me off the scent. Wait. I'm taking the leaks. Just in case I can actually hand them over.
Vel Halado, at your service.
What do you know about Lucius's
Welcome
missing
back,
supplies?
friend. Let Joshua
Are
know
you
if need your
serious?
shield
Lucius
polished.
is missing supplies? I'm missing 3 necklaces from a shipment. You should be questioning that Khajiit's Joshua, not me. That his strongbox was pried open.
Strongbox? What strongbox?
The one in my strongbox? There's no strongbox.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter. There is no strongbox. You haven't heard anything. I am the victim here. Here, you drop these.
Oh my god. Because he got in trouble for bribing people, and he just tried to bribe me. Wait. Because we have the attic and the basement. Oh.
You don't look like a mercenary that read around with hire.
That's
How
two
can I help you?
places I can look.
Joshua has the best steel on the Isles, friend. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
His voice acting is just so crisp and clear. What do you know about Lucius's missing supplies?
But what would this one know of alchemy supplies? Joshua is a smith. He knows nothing about missing supplies.
Vel says you stole them.
Joshua would never steal from another, especially not Lucius's fancy tools that he always talks about. Fine. This one can tell when he's been backed into a corner.
Oh.
This one did borrow a few of Lucius's things. Joshua just wanted to check.
I was gonna defend you.
But they are gone now, along with Khajiit's things. Probably stolen by the elf who sent you here.
Vel says he didn't steal them.
He didn't, and you are sure? Then where have Joshua's treasures gone? Please, friend, you must find out what happened to them. This one is innocent.
Okay. I mean, let me just very quickly check the basement. Vel was acting a little suspicious, is all I'm saying. Okay, I mean, he's growing mushrooms. It's pretty standard dark elf stuff so far. You got a sword, I'm not gonna break that open. Wait, is there... Oh, okay. I was waiting for there to be like a hidden passage leading... Oh, there is. Wait, or... Well, I can't go that way. So this isn't what I'm looking for. And I don't see a lockbox either. Well, what if we check his attic then? Another fishing pole? Okay. Because I'm not on Anniversary Edition right now. So the fishing poles were added by the mod. Yeah.
Someone took my favorite bowl.
I'm working on
It's a
it.
priceless artifact.
Oh, I'm working on it, but I haven't seen a broken lockbox yet. Oh, what? You just threw all this stuff on the ground? It was a little rude. A little unnecessary. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe he's hiding it somewhere else. Either way, we'll look around. We will have to investigate. Wait a second. New teapot, like the model. Really like the texture.
His paws in innocence.
No, Joshua, don't worry. Right now, I believe you. I think there's someone else who's
Welcome back, friend.
trying to
Let
make both
Joshua
of you
know if you need your
look
shield
bad.
polished.
Yeah, and there's no lockbox back here either. Oh, I found the thief. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. I didn't think it would be that simple. I thought I was gonna have to look around a little bit more. Notice missing items. Okay, it's a different note from last time. So I wonder if this one was already here or if it was placed here by the skeever. He even said that he's like, just give me the stuff and I won't be mad. Just give me the stuff and everything will be fine. Yeah, just look at all this stuff he was stealing. The necklace. The spigot. Oh, more thieves. We got a real criminal enterprise going on here, don't we? Damn, I didn't realize the Thieves Guild moved all the way to Harthstone Isles. They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Wait, hold on. Rat bite? Okay, I'll take it. It's unique, so yeah. I'll take it. I'm glad it wasn't anything super long. I'm glad it wasn't anything like, oh, we're gonna spend the rest of the mod trying to find where this stuff was. So it was a little bit more straightforward than I thought, but that's fine. That works for this.